Bigger. Why do they always have to go bigger?
Nostalgia has become such a common device that it could basically be media currency at this point. But there are some movies where it just works. Jurassic World Dominion is one such flick, combining this generation's heroes with those of the 90s with a surprising amount of success. Now, Dominion is far from a perfect movie, but how low of a rating can you really give a film that had you grinning from ear to ear from start to finish?
You coming or what?
Let's get the weaker points out of the way before we dive into all the reasons this movie kind of rules. Michael Giacchino's score isn't anything to write home about. Anything that makes your ears perk up here is going to be thanks to riffs on John Williams' original score. There are some odd character beats where it kinda seems like neither Chris Pratt nor Bryce Dallas Howard really wanted to be on set that day, and the character of Maisie, while admirably performed by Isabella Sermon,
Blue had a baby, that's impossible.
mostly just plays as a lack of faith in the audience to find empathy without a human counterpart to the dinosaurs. While none of these are insignificant flaws, Dominion still manages to play with dino DNA in a way that keeps you excited and marks some improvements from previous entries. Most notably is the character of Claire Dearing. She's given breakneck character changes between Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom, none of which are earned. In Dominion, we get several moments that retroactively acknowledge the woman who allowed Isla Nublar to fall and the woman she wants to be now that she sees the dinosaurs as actual living beings. Those living beings, by and large, look pretty great too. Dominion does seem to lean heavier on VFX than past entries, and there are a couple rough-looking Atrociraptors. These new raptors are meant to play as more form than function, though. Their existence in the story is solely as quick-moving foils to Owen, Claire, and Kayla.
That's another plane, right?
Not exactly.
Action-wise, everything else is thrilling raptor chases, dino-on-dino fighting, and the return of fan favorites like Blue, Rexy, and the Dilophosaurus. And don't worry, those Atrociraptors are the only dinosaurs that look a little funky. Dominion may be leaning heavily into nostalgia, but its newcomers are all impressive introductions to the franchise. Mamadou Athie rules as new addition Ramsey Cole, and I couldn't be more here for DeWanda Wise's cargo pilot Kayla Watts.
Hope nobody's afraid of heights.
And Blue's baby Beta? Listen, was this baby dino created solely with the intention of selling toys? Probably. Is she an incredibly cute new addition to the Jurassic Park Dino Pantheon? Yes. You can put her plush right next to your Baby Yoda and Baby Groot toys. Beta and the Atrociraptors aren't the only new prehistoric players either. A surprising new biothreat is introduced that ends up ultimately competing with the dinosaurs for the biggest current threat to humanity's survival as a species. Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum all make their homecoming as doctors Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, and Ian Malcolm respectively, and said return is as delightful as one would expect after missing them together on screen for nearly 30 years.
A baby raptor?
I made a promise we would bring her home.
You made a promise to a dinosaur.
Yeah.
More importantly, though, is the fact that their presence in the Jurassic World franchise isn't shoehorned. The film's writers ensure that their paths cross in very organic ways that easily justifies everyone's presence in the story. Jurassic World Dominion doesn't tie any bows on the fact that dinosaurs are now an ever-present challenge in our world. Nor does it believe in its audience's intelligence enough to explore that complicated of a story. That's a warranted frustration with the continuation of the franchise, but Dominion still has enough going on to keep it both exciting and fun for audiences.
What is that?
Biggest carnivore the world has ever seen.
The film's successful marriage of hardcore nostalgia and new challenges works in its favor, and I can't wait to see what the franchise does next.
See? Not so bad.
While Jurassic World Dominion is most certainly an imperfect addition to the Jurassic Park franchise, it manages to introduce an impressive marriage between ever-present nostalgia and the constantly evolving challenges of having prehistoric creatures roaming free in our world. Characters new and old keep the film flying high, even if some of the Claire and Owen stuff makes the plane's engine sputter now and then.
Don't move.
For more dinosaur goodness, check out our Jurassic World story so far, and catch the cast of the film trying to identify dino cries in our dinosaur quiz.
Dilophosaurus who's going like this and spits at you.
Yes, it is!
And for everything else, stick with IGN.